Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Charlie India Talk Sports. I'm here at the Gators Dockside in Alafaya talking sports with you, and a live crowd is all around me. Love this kind of atmosphere. It's a Saturday night, so they got a lot of college stuff going on. The funny thing about this is such a local team that even though Florida is playing, and you would think that a place named Gators would do Florida, we got the UCF game coming up over the noise. That's what you're hearing. All the lights behind me are TVs that this place shows their games on. What you can't see is off to my left and a little bit to the back. There are 3 movie-sized screens showing games all the time. So Gators Dockside Alafaya is a great place to watch sports. What we're going to do right now, we already did the picks that I missed from week 1. We're going to look ahead to week 2 and see what old Charlie India has to say about the games. Obviously, we had the first game already, as this is Saturday night. They had the first game on Thursday, and I missed that one. I really thought that Kansas City was going to come out and do Denver. They tried. They led the game all the way through, up by 14 points all the way through, and then Kansas City found a way, as we talked about the first episode, found a way to lose the game. They gave up a touchdown. They let the defense score a touchdown, and then they fumbled the ball, and Peyton Manning was able to get the guys into the end zone to score. So, I'm 0-1 so far this week, but just because you start bad don't mean you're going to stay bad. So let's take a look at the rest of the games. Let's start with Houston and Carolina. Oh, my God, who really cares? All right? But you have to pick somebody. Carolina's playing at home. Oh, Uncle Charlie's going to pick Carolina. Carolina showed me nothing the first week. Houston showed me less. They're doing a quarterback change. They got Mallet in there now. I don't think it's going to help them. When you're picking between Hoyer and Mallet, you really got no choice. You know, they say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one, and that's truly the case in Houston. They don't have a quarterback. So I'm going to pick Carolina to beat Houston. Next game up, San Francisco playing Pittsburgh. San Francisco surprised the crap out of me in week 1. Hold up. Oh, I was going to try to get the general manager in here. Anyway, San Francisco surprised the heck out of me in week 1 with their win. They scored 20 points. I literally did not think San Francisco was going to win a game this year with all the people who are quitting and resigning, and the coach is gone, and Kaepernick, that kind of thing. But they found a way to get a win. So San Francisco's playing Pittsburgh. The game's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh managed to lose to New England. However, I think this is the week. Not this is the week they come back. They're playing San Francisco. But I'm picking Pittsburgh to win this game. We got Tampa Bay playing New Orleans. Oh, UCF did well. UCF's playing Furnham right now. It's 16-15 in the fourth quarter. So anyway, we had Tampa Bay playing New Orleans. Both teams struggled the first week. Both teams lost the first week. Tampa Bay just looked horrible. So the fact that they looked so bad, and again, they're not going to win 6 games this year. Charlie's going to go with New Orleans, who looked pretty bad, but not quite as bad as that. So I'm picking New Orleans in that game. Got Detroit playing Minnesota. Sorry, Minneapolis. My God. Got a lot of noise, I get distracted by bright, shiny objects and all that kind of stuff. So we have, what was I saying? Detroit playing that's a tough one. I'm going to go with Detroit. I think that the offense is going to have to get better from Detroit. Minnesota, they got to find a way to get Adrian Peterson more involved. His brother had 10 carries for 31 yards this week. He's just got to do better. They got to do better. Use him as a weapon. Get him out of the backfield. Throw him some passes out of the backfield if you can't run the ball. All right? So anyway, we're going to go with Detroit on that one. I think that Calvin Johnson is going to have to do better than what he did. Maybe teams are focusing on him, and finally they should. But there's a lot of weapons on that team, and they're just going to have to find a way to get it done. Next game up, Arizona playing Chicago. Chicago, as usual, found a way to lose a game they should have won against Green Bay. Cutler was being Cutler. Sorry about that, guys, but that's just the way Chicago rolls. So if they're going to keep rolling with Cutler, I'm going to keep picking against them. So I got Arizona, who looked very. Oh, hey, who we got here? Oh, this is a guy.
Your name was Charlie too, right?
Charlie.
I'm Charlie too.
Oh, really, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, get in here, brother. Nice to meet you. Come on in there. And we got a New England fan who thinks that they got a shot against Buffalo. Tell me what you think, brother.
It'll be a good game.
Oh, it's going to be a good game.
Very good game.
But you're still picking your
But
Pats
you can't
to win.
go against Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's hard to go against the man. Hard to go against. Nice
Good luck, buddy.
All right, buddy. Take care now. That's what happens when you're at a sports bar. That's why we come here. Anyway, back to the game that we were talking about. Detroit Mini, I'm picking Detroit to win it, but they're going to have to pick up their offense. They're going to have to do better than what they did last week. All right, so after that one, where did I go? Arizona, Chicago. I'm picking Arizona. As long as Chicago rides with Cutler, they're just going to keep rolling down that hill. Okay, they find a way. They're one of the teams that we talked about. They just find a way to lose, and that's what they've done again. Now, as you just had my buddy Charlie just up right here, New England versus Buffalo. Whole bunch of New England fans just left. That's why they were on their way out. I'm telling you, this is a tough game to pick for me, and the reason is not so much that Buffalo scored 27 points in the first game, and I know it's game one, but it's the fact that they held the Indianapolis offense to 14 points. If they can play that kind of defense against New England, who's not the offensive juggernaut that Indianapolis is supposed to, and maybe Indy's not as big as I thought they were going to be. But if they can hold Indy to 14 points, I think there's a big chance that they can do well against New England. And in fact, the fact that the game is in Buffalo, it's hard to pick against Brady, like my brother said, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick Buffalo to beat them. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be a good game, but I'm going to pick Buffalo to pull it out. I have no idea why I'm doing that. I'm not a Buffalo fan, but a win's a win. Looking good's looking good. So we'll see what happens. And again, New England got ahead of Pittsburgh, but they didn't maintain it. But again, when you get so far ahead, maybe you don't need to maintain it that much. Let's go see. All right, so Charlie Indy is picking Buffalo. Never happened before. The next game we have is San Diego playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati, they're the best regular season, one of the best regular season teams in football. They just never make it past the first round of the playoffs. They did look good in their win last week against Oakland. San Diego came back and beat Detroit, and I mean came back. And as we talked about on the other show, they didn't just lose the game. San Diego took the game from them. Again, it's another tough pick, and Cincinnati's playing at home, and it's hard to go against the home. And probably Cincinnati's a favorite. I don't really know. But I'm going to go with San Diego. You got to get out on the limb. You got to ride the tree. And when the limb breaks, well, Charlie Indy is going to fall. All right? So I'm going to pick San Diego to win that game. There's no real reason for it, but my buddy Country Strong, is going to have to come through. And they're going to have to get the job done. Next game up, Tennessee playing Cleveland. Are you kidding me? They really put this game together on the schedule. Tennessee playing Cleveland. Oh, my God. All right. Didn't think that anybody could care less about a game than Tennessee-Tampa Bay. Well, they found a way to prove me wrong, and they did. So we have Tennessee playing Cleveland in Cleveland. Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football. Show me the nothing. Has made it to the starting lineup. There's no way I can pick against Tennessee on this one. Cleveland just doesn't have anything going. The defense isn't any good. The offense isn't any good. Tennessee showed me one good game. I don't think that Marcus Mariota is going to be that good every week. Nobody's that good every week. So, we'll give Marcus a little decline, but I think even a little decline of Marcus Mariota is still better than all of Johnny Manziel. So we're going to pick Cleveland. I'm going to pick Tennessee to win that game, even though the game's in Cleveland, on the road, and you got a rookie quarterback playing on the road. It could go either way, but I really don't see Cleveland winning this thing. Now, Atlanta. Here's a game to watch. Atlanta playing the Giants. The Giants found a way to lose a game they should have won. And when you do that, it kind of makes my brain itch. You had the talent, you had the place. If you don't know, what happened was the Giants went in. They were first and goal from the 2 with 2 minutes left in the game. They have a 3-point lead. They're playing against the Dallas Cowboys. Man, reports are, and I'm not in the huddle. I don't know what goes on, but 5 or 6 people tell me this is what happened. Odds are pretty good. This is what happened. So the quarterback, Eli Manning, told the running back, hey, dude, let's not score. Dallas only has one timeout. Let's, run the clock down. We'll kick a field, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the running back does what his quarterback tells him. He runs, he falls down. They don't score. Dallas calls timeout. Second play, same thing. Run it, fall down. Unfortunately, what Eli can't read on this scoreboard, that's 100 feet wide, is that Dallas had 2 timeouts. So Dallas calls timeout. All right, so now it's 3rd and goal. Eli drops back, and at the first hint of pressure, Eli throws the ball away. Well, I don't know if you've watched enough NFL games to know, but I have. When you throw the ball away in the NFL, it stops the clock. So timeout on first down, timeout on second down, stop the clock on third down. Eli. Take the sack, buddy. Run the 40 seconds out, and then you give Romo no time. Excuse me, I seem to be choking. But they don't do that. So they run absolutely no time off the clock. Tony Romo gets the ball back with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. And as often as he has found a way to lose a game doing that, he has found just as many ways to win a game. And they come back and they win by 1 point, 27-26. So, having the fact that the Giants played a great game, they did everything else, they just made a mental mistake. They're playing against Atlanta, who played another great game and almost found a way to lose. I don't know what the hell's going on here. But they almost found a way to lose by outplaying themselves. Julio Jones was fantastic. Matt Ryan was great. So this is a tough call. But I do believe that with the Giants being at home, maybe the mental mistakes don't happen as much. I'm going to pick the Giants to win this game. Reluctantly. All right, next game up, St. Louis, not the L.A. Rams. Ron, sorry, buddy, they're still in St. Louis. But the next up is the St. Louis Rams playing the Washington Redskins. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Washington is in disarray. I mean disarray. Like I said, last week their starting quarterback was in pajamas. They've lost Deshaun Jackson. They've got a whole bunch of other things going on. However, they still almost found a way to beat the Dolphins. So you can't discount them, especially when they're playing at home. But I'm going to go with the Rams, who looked strong last week and actually beat one of the teams I picked to go to I think the Super Bowl, if not at least strong through. They beat the Seahawks, so the Rams did that. So this is kind of a no-brainer for me. We're going to pick the Rams to win the game. Miami playing Jacksonville. You'd think on paper this is a no-brainer, but it's not. It's always Miami. Again, they found a way to almost lose to Washington with their starting quarterback sitting on the bench in pajamas and Deshaun Jackson being out. Miami still almost found a way to lose that game. So, UCF just did something great. They intercepted the ball. All right, cool. UCF just made an interception. This is still a good game. However, for our purposes, I'm still going to pick Miami to win the game. However, let me say something to the quarterback of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback is Blake Bortles. Blake went to UCF, whose games you're hearing all around here. All right, this is a UCF place, Orlando, Florida. UCF is about a mile down the road from where I am right now. Blake, we're rooting for you, buddy. We want you to do good. We know you're on a crappy team, and we know things get bad. Well, they lost to Carolina last week, 20-9. They didn't do a damn thing. And the expectations was that this year they're going to get better. They're going to do more, and they didn't. All right? So the fans were pissed. They were booing. They were upset. I get it. Even I thought that Jacksonville was going to do. And again, first game. I get that. However, Blake gets out there and makes a comment that's saying that the fans yelling at the coach about making a play is kind of like a first grader yelling at a college student. Basically saying that we're stupid and we don't know anything about football. Oh my God. Well, let me explain something to you, big guy. Blake, this is the way it works. I'm getting crap from a guy whose entire alphabet is X and O. All right, Blake, I got another letter for you. All right? Listen, brother, I can read a map and a chart that tells me how to make every light, every computer, every printer, every air conditioner in an entire 14-story hospital turn on when I want it to. You have a playbook that says, hey, you, run that way. All right? I get it, Blake. I get it. All right? So why don't you do me a favor? Hey, listen, Blake, by the way, do you know the V1 rotation rate of a 757 that's hurling down the runway with 80,000 pounds of cargo and a 10-mile-an-hour tailwind? Because I do. Hey, Blake, you can't do that. They don't go the 10-mile-an-hour tailwind. It was a trick question. So don't call me an idiot. Don't tell me I don't know what's going on. Buddy, look, all you're doing, look, here, go this way. I'll throw it to you. All right? So stop it, man. Why don't you do me a favor, Blake? Go out and lose about 12 more games this season like you're going to, and then tell me, how great you are. Man, don't piss off the fans, Blake. This is what we do. This is how we live. We know who you are. We want you to do well. Until you start talking crap like that, calm down, big boy, and realize you're getting millions to do something that you suck at. All right, so we had that round. Next game up, Baltimore's playing Oakland. Normally this would be a no-brainer. Baltimore, of course, going to beat Oakland, but Baltimore looked so very bad last week. And again, I know first game, but you only have 16 games. That's all you got, babe. You got to do something, and you've had all season to prepare for this game, and you just get your butt whipped like that? Come on now. So anyway, Baltimore playing Oakland. Oakland lost to the Jets. The Jets! Oh my God! Come on, you lost to the Jets. All right. So and you lost big. So Oakland, we have no expectations for Oakland, but the expectations that we had for Baltimore have really, really shrunk down. So I'm still picking Baltimore. Of course I'm picking Baltimore against Oakland. I think you, me, and 9 other guys would have a pretty good shot against Oakland. I don't know what is going on with them. How a franchise like that has fallen off so bad. But they certainly have. And it's horrible to see. And it's bad for the sport. Everybody, there's certain teams that you need to have do well. The Giants, the Jets, because they're in the New England market. You need Green Bay to be good. It'd be nice if the Dolphins were ever good, but they're not. But, you need the Raiders, just a team like that to get going. The Dallas, you need those teams to be good. And Oakland just isn't. They're just not. And I'm sorry to say it, but what happened to these guys, and how have they been so bad for so long? Anyway, again, as much as I'm joking with Baltimore, they're going to win this game, and they're probably going to win it by 20. But Flacco, brother, step up to the plate. I got a dude that watches this show that I hang out with every once in a while on the internet that tells me how great a quarterback you are, blah, blah, blah. And you might be fine when you get to the playoffs, but you keep playing like this, brother, you're not going to see the playoffs. All right? Pick it up, Joe. Let's get it together. Next game is the Dallas Cowboys playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, God. What a tough one to pick. Kinda. Philly found a way to cost themselves a game last week by not continuing to move the ball. They got to what they thought within the game-winning field goal distance, and they just basically dropped, just said, sit down, get in the middle of the field, we'll kick the field goal, win the game. Well, you know what's easier than hitting a 35-yard field goal, Philly? Hitting a 20-yard field goal. Hitting a 15-yard field goal, which would be pretty tough since you had to be like on the 1. But, again, they stopped, they ran the ball into the middle of the field, and the game-winning field goal attempt, wide right, Scott Norwood, thank you very much. And Philly found a way to lose the game. They didn't do anything in the first half on offense. They did pick it up in the second half and had a chance to win the game. And found a way to piss it away. That's the theme of the year. Finding ways to lose as opposed to finding ways to win. And Philly did it. So now they're playing Dallas. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Who, with a minute and 37 seconds left in the game, found a way to win against a quality opponent. So, because one team has found a way to lose and one team has found a way to win, I'm still picking Philly. I think that offense gets sorry. They get a little more experience. They get a little more game time under them. They did look strong in the second half. And the first half was brutal, but the second half came along for them. Dallas is going to have to find a way, and they're not going to do it. Dallas, with Des Bryant out for 4 to 6 weeks with the injury that he has now, you traded DeMarco Murray, you lost Des Bryant. What do you got now, other than a great offensive line and a defense that actually kind of picked it up a little bit? Sorry, though. Philly, Dallas, I think Philly's just got too much for you, and I'm picking Philly to win this game. The Sunday night game is Seattle playing Green Bay. This is one of those division. I love this game. I do love this game. Seattle playing Green Bay. Seattle scored 30 points and still lost. Green Bay, they do what Green Bay does. They beat the Bears. The game is in Green Bay. However, I'm going to tell you the one thing that makes me nervous about this game is last year, the only time I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers, look bad was against Seattle. He looked scared at the play. I mean, I know they're a great defense, and I know you're going to get hit, and I know all that kind of stuff, but you are Aaron Rodgers. Come on. You've got the best offense in the league. Now, Aaron Rodgers is playing without Gordy Nelson, all that kind of stuff, and Seattle playing better on offense, and that defense, although it's not as strong, they got that guy holding out who if they go 0-2, maybe he has a claim, but they're not going to, I don't know. So anyway, I'm picking, believe it or not, Green Bay solely for the reason that they're playing at home. All right, so I got Green Bay winning that game against Seattle, although that is a perfect game for Sunday night. We'll all get to see it. It should be great. The Monday night game. The Jets, Jets, suck, are playing. Oh, dang it. UCF just got intercepted. And the crowd goes, oh. All right. So anyway, the Jets are playing the Indianapolis Colts on Monday Night Football. Obviously, you know how I feel about Indy. I don't think their defense could stop, anything. However, I also think that offense is going to pick up. Again, they're playing against a Jets team who the Jets that's what they focus on, is defense. So I think, however, game one kind of got under their belt. Game two is going to be a whole different breed of cat. So having this game, especially playing in Indy on turf on Monday night, I'm going to have to go with the Colts. Andrew Luck, buddy, don't let me down. Okay, you got to do better than you did against that tough Bills defense. I don't think that the Jets defense is as tough as the Bills, and I also don't think that their offensive situation is going to help them, score as many points as they did. So there you have it. You got the Indianapolis Colts beating the New York Jets on Monday Night Football. All right, here's what you got to do. You've got my picks. I've told you what I think. You got to tell me what you think. You can reach me at charlie.india@yahoo.com. Send me your picks. Let's see how we do against each other, because we both know you got no chance against me. Try it anyway. It'll be fun. We'll do it for fun for a while. The trash talking has to go back and forth. Anyway, you can reach me at charlie.india@yahoo.com. You can leave your picks right here on the YouTube page that you're watching right now. You can also contact me somehow, and I don't know how the magic of Twitter works, but I have CharlieIndia37 is my Twitter account. So do all of those things. Try to see if you can pick better than me, because we both know you can't. All right? I mean, after all, I'm Charlie India. Come on. This is what I do. Anyway, guys, hanging out here at Gators. This is a Saturday night. You ought to see this place on Sunday. It's crazy. It's great. The service here is great. Food here is great. It's just a really good time. And Burnham found a way to beat UCF 16-15. And the fans go, oh. Again, I'm not a real college football guy. You all know that. But again, Blake, buddy, you're going to have to do better, all right? You're going to lose again. So anyway, I know that we only got 25 minutes in, but again, the atmosphere is great. I'm going to go hang out with some more sports fans. Thank you for watching the show. I really do appreciate it. Those are my picks for the week. Send me your picks. Let's see how we do. And as we wrap up the show, this is Charlie India saying, watch football, enjoy the football, but find a way some week to get out there and play.